Good morning. Monday morning, school holiday in South Africa, which is really nice, even though it's really cold. And I'm just doing a quick chat just about the weekend's games. Both games ending 54-7. Firstly, it was at noon. South African time. The Lions played the Force, which started off quite well with the Lions scoring first, and then the Force scoring immediately after that. And I thought, yes, we're in for a game. But I was wrong. The Force were completely outplayed, 54-7. Strangely enough, both the games I'm doing, the score was 54-7. So, I think thinking back to when the Lions were in South Africa 4 years ago, the coaches normally use these games to try and find the right combinations. I think with maybe not, but with Irish dominance and him being the island coach, although England's picking up and Scotland's looking good and even Wales looking better, but the core of the team, if I have to guess, would probably be Irish. He might have a pretty good idea who he wants to pick, Andy Farrell, but I think to just make sure that he picks the right combinations. He's got a few difficult decisions to make. We noted the centres, the Scottish centres looking really good, and the Irish centres as well. And Gary Ringrose played well, scored a try. Dan Sheehan looks amazing. A couple of guys really hitting good form. Good to see Van der Fleer in the Lions jersey. Played really well. Joe McCarthy. Finn Russell got his start at fly half. That's also going to be an interesting one, choosing between the flair and the natural instinct of Finn Russell, or with I think Finn Smith being a little bit more solid and reliable, not as prone to make mistakes. When Finn Russell does brilliant stuff, but then makes the odd silly mistake as well. But he looked really good, scored a try himself, and if I remember that correctly, yes, Finn Russell. And then, just like they really hit their straps. And I think they're just going to get stronger and stronger with as they play more international teams, the British and Irish. As they play more of the Australian provincial teams, they'll get stronger. And as Farrell is looking for the right combinations. Not really giving much away. Thomas Williams also had a really good game, scored 2 tries. Actually, it doesn't look as if Finn Russell scored a try, but he still had a really good game. Tries were scored by Dan Sheehan, Williams, Daly 2, Ringrose, McCarthy, and Mitchell. Conversions by Russell and Marcus Smith. Basically, it will be interesting to see who he picks for the first test. But at the moment, still sticking to what I thought originally, that I think this time around the British and Irish Lions will win the series, probably 2-1, possibly even 3-0. But I might be wrong. Anything can happen. That last time when they were in Australia, they also won the series. So we'll have to wait and see, but getting interesting. And then I'm going to move straight into the Springboks against the Barbarians in a wet, difficult Cape Town, difficult conditions. Also, same as with the British and Irish Lions, it's a game that's used to try out combinations. Not really that much you can read into it. The Barbarians never have a lot of time to prepare, but they normally put up a better showing than this, the Barbarians teams. Maybe not as strong specifically up front as we thought they would be, and just that the Springboks are so settled and they have such good structures, and they've just seemed so well prepared that they from the start they just never let the Barbarians into the game. I can't remember about the Barbarians losing a game by this much in recent times. It was also 54-7, and great to see guys back, guys that we don't see playing in South Africa, guys that play in Japan and elsewhere. Cheslin Colby was absolutely outstanding. Malcolm Marx had a great game, a great debut for Vincent Chituka. I think actually looked better than he looks in the Sharks jersey normally. I think he might actually have a bit of a future in being in the Springbok mix. And Jan-Hendrik Wessels, young guy in his early 20s, and had a great game as well. So strong, so skillful, good in the scrums. Great to see Kurtley Arendse back in a Springbok jersey. Looked really, really good. Lood de Jager obviously has been out for long. He was massive, huge in the line-outs, huge in the carries, huge in defence. If he can stay fit, he'll definitely be starting, hopefully with Ibn Etzebeth, and that in the locks, that is an absolutely potent combination. Having those two together makes a big difference. Damien and Dalenda also plays overseas. Then Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu started. Also, lots of flair. Did a few silly things. It was once where I thought he was through to possibly score and lost the ball. So can do the basics a little bit better. Marnie Libok also looked good when he came on. Actually made all his kicks, which is something that we often worry about. And the Barbarians never really in the game. They ended the game okay with a try by Melvin Jamine, and he kicked the conversion as well. But other than that, they were basically playing catch-up rugby for most of the time. So lots of positives to take, even though there's not much you can read into a 54-7 victory by the British and Irish Lions and by the Springboks. There are no negatives to take from it either. Maybe you would have wanted to play stronger opposition, but should be interesting to see. South Africa the Springboks not really playing that strong opposition in the incoming series in Italy and Georgia, but it will be a good opportunity to find out who our best 15 is going into the Rugby Championship. A little bit worried about aging players for the season ahead, but we have to trust Rassie and we have to trust the guys that are there. Okay, so great to have rugby back. Looking forward to the British and Irish Lions, all the games, and the Springboks. And just to mention, the young under-20 Springboks beat Australia 73-17, which is also, I can't remember the under-20 box winning a game by that much. But these teams are weird. They blow hot and cold, so they might lose the next one against a much weaker opposition. They also try out a lot of combinations, and there are normally quite a lot of changes in these teams. But yes, that's a hiding. That's a big win. And they looked a couple of those backs looked electric. I mean, they scored from 60, 70 meters out. So interesting game. I just watched the highlights, but it looked quite amazing. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Okay, cheers.